Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Nub Raids, and get hyped, get hyped. We have all of the info here on the new Fragment Collector Legendary Champion coming next week on the 7th of July, shockingly, fitting right into that nice 2-week slot between all the phases of the Trunda event. Here he is though, walking Tomb Dreng. Look at this dude, this guy looks ridiculous. He looks like a boss straight out of Dark Souls, straight out of Elden Ring, all that sort of stuff. From Software is looking at this guy with jealousy. In fact, let me show you this real fast, guys. Let me show you this real fast. Open original. Boom. Look at that. That is him in game. I think he does have glowy weapons. That's not showing up here. But look at that helmet. Look at that helmet. Look at that. What even is that on his back? He's got like a really tall tombstone on his back. He looks incredible. Let's be real. This guy looks incredible. So here he is. Let's look at his toolkit though as well, because his kit is also extremely good. HP based legendary Night Revenant, which is awesome. Corpse Fire's A1 double hitter instantly activates any HP burn debuffs on the target after attacking. Badass. That is badass. Great A1. I imagine this is going to buck up simply with more damage. A2, Exalted Pyre, 4-turn cooldown, might buck to a 3-turn, might stay at 4. Attacks all enemies, 75% chance, I imagine it bucks to 100% chance, of placing a HP burn debuff on all enemies for 2 turns. This debuff cannot be resisted. So, we're not going to need to build him with any accuracy. His stuff is all going to happen without needing any accuracy. That's very helpful for something like the Frost Spider in Doom Tower, right? Where you want the HP burn to be unresistible. Either way, though, this is a free Fragment Collector. They're usually reasonably easy compared to Fusions. Fragment Collector Champion, that gives you an AoE HP burn. That's huge. That is absolutely huge. It took me close to a year before I got my first AoE HP burn champion. Getting one is a massive game changer. This is the easiest way to clear Spider. Check out my videos on Spider. It does a ton of damage to Hydra as well. Great for Doom Tower waves. Fantastic. This is really nice. Death's Balance then, his A3 5-turn cooldown unbooked, equalizes the HP of all allies, then attacks one enemy. HP levels of all allies will be brought up to the level of the ally with the highest HP. Amazing heal. This is effectively a huge heal for your team. Let's say you've got one champion with an absolute ton of HP. They're still really healthy, but your nuker happens to have dropped down fairly low or whatever. He just brings them all back up. Like you're running some champions in Guardian sets in Hydra, for example, and they've dropped fairly low after a Wrath hit. He just, boom, he brings everyone up to the level of the ally with the highest HP. It's effectively a massive heal for anyone that's lost any health. So this is really, really strong. Really strong. The attack itself then, the attack he does with this, ignores 30% of the target's defense if their current HP is equal to or lower than this champion's current HP. I'm not sure if that's their current HP percentage or their current total HP. That's where it gets kind of interesting. Is it their percentage or their actual HP? So for example, against a boss, that would be very important because bosses have so much HP that if it was equal to like their actual current total HP value, they would always have higher. So yeah, I'm not sure. Let's presume it's percentage for now, which means that when you start getting bosses lower, he hits them harder and harder. Alternatively, decreases the cooldown of Exalted Pyre by 1 turn if the target's HP is higher than this champion's current HP. So I think especially in Hydra, that's going to be something you're going to be able to manipulate fairly well. Let's say, for example, the Head of Suffering, very tanky head. He is in there. You could be running this guy walking Tomb Dreng in like a Guardian set. He loses some HP, ally protection for his team. Then he comes in with his Death's Balance and potentially decreases his AoE HP burn. Pretty exciting. It does make me wonder, perhaps this Exalted Pyre will remain at a 4-turn cooldown, seeing as we can potentially get a cooldown decrease here. If it goes to a 3-turn cooldown, he can basically go Exalted Pyre, reduce the like if it's a 3-turn cooldown, he can go Exalted Pyre, then do Death's Balance, reduce the cooldown, straight into another Exalted Pyre, which is pretty nuts actually. That's pretty cool, especially for things like Arena wave clear, all that sort of stuff. That's pretty exciting. Fortress, his passive, reflects 30% of the damage this champion receives back to the attacker if this champion has 50% HP or more, and deals 30% more damage instead if this champion is less than 50% HP. So I imagine, like, realistically, most of the time, you're probably going to be high on life, so you're reflecting 30% damage back. Not that exciting, really. It's a bit of incidental damage, but it's not that good. The second part, like, doing 30% more damage is much better, but it's somewhat difficult to actually make that happen. And then he has a good aura, 30% ally HP in all battles. So, Walking Tomb Dreng. What do we think? What do we think, guys? My initial impressions of him, this guy seems great, seems really solid. Very, very good AoE HP burner. And that's a game changer for so many accounts, right? For so many accounts, absolute game changer. I think in their, if we look at their blurb, here's their official blurb. So 7th of July, new champions coming out, Walking Tomb Dreng. HP-based champion, help you immensely progressing PvE content, mainly Spider Den, Hydra, Doom Tower boss levels. I'd actually go further. I'd say any Doom Tower levels. I think even wave clearing Doom Tower, what does this guy do? This guy's coming in with just a bunch of AoE damage with HP burn and healing your champions up. I think he's going to be great for wave clearing too. He doesn't have any crowd control, but he's going to bring the damage in a fairly big way. So I think he does have that. Yep, there we go. Basically, you don't need any accuracy on this champion. Confirmed. And yeah, pretty nice. Basically this is okay. He's going to be they're saying that his A2 is going to be very helpful against bosses who always have a huge amount of HP. So maybe it is just flat based off of their total HP, their current HP, that he's always going to ignore defense. Always ignore defense against bosses, which is probably what you want. The AoE attack's not so important. Just smack them hard, do more A1s, which are going to activate the HP burn. I think it's exciting. Passive skill, combo of his passive A3 skill, he can hit reasonably hard. So that's interesting. They're saying he hits reasonably hard. They're not saying he hits like an absolute truck. He's the most insane champion in the game. Reasonably hard. So yeah, I'm looking at this guy, I'm thinking, how do I build him? I'm thinking I build him for damage. We just build this big HP nuker, probably building him for damage. We'll see how hard he hits. If he doesn't hit that hard, because that's somewhat questionable with the reasonably hard thing, I think you definitely build him in like a Guardian set, right? Build him in a Guardian set where he's going to be doing ally protection for your team, healing himself up every single turn, and he's just going to be throwing out HP burns, activating those, which is a nice chunk of damage. Potentially he could even work in like a retaliation set. Put him with revenge accessories, so he's counterattacking as much as possible. I think that could be a very good build for him. I think counterattack could be very strong for him, seeing as this A1 with activating that stuff is very solid. And that is a pretty exciting thing. I think he looks great. Let me know what you think. Walking Tomb Dreng. Do you like him? Do you not? I imagine most people do. This dude looks sick. Looks like a great HP legendary. Going to be amazing for the faction wars as well. There you go, guys. Upcoming Fragment summon. Again, it is a Fragment summon. It's starting on the 7th of July. I'll have a full guide on how to do the Fragment event, how the events and the event calendar look once that comes live, probably on the 7th itself. And I should be on the test server, and we'll bring you guys some gameplay footage and testing of Walking Tomb Dreng as soon as the embargo for that is lifted. Not on the test server yet, but whenever it goes live, I will be on there doing as much testing as I can. And yeah, stay tuned. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.